All right, guys, welcome back to the channel once again. I go by the name Mike, and this is Radio Exposed. As you know, we talk about issues all around the world, not just about Ghana. Even though I come from Ghana, shout out to all my Ghanaian brothers and sisters. So, I was on the internet and I came across this video that I want to share with you. I want to talk about it, but you know the drill. Before we do that, please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a video on the channel. So I was on social media, Twitter to be specific, and I saw this video of McDan. We all know McDan is the actually that's not his name. The name McDan is the company name. So this man is actually talking about the youth of today, how we want to make money quick, and he also talked about the fact that the youth of today starting businesses put themselves in front of the business instead of putting the business in front of them, like marketing the business, but they market themselves instead. So it's a lot of things that he's going to do. I don't waste time. I'm going to play the video and then we talk about the videos or the things that he's saying in the video afterwards. So take a listen.
I believe that young businesses always want to. Young entrepreneurs always want to project themselves before the business. You always have to let your business be ahead of you. As I'm sitting here, I can tell you that 70% of Ghanaians don't really know my name. My name is Daniel Macaulay, but everybody call me McDan. McDan is not my name, that is my business name. Yeah. So when I started business, for over 15 years, everybody thought McDan was a foreign company. But that is one of the problems facing young businesses in this country. We always put ourselves in front of the business, and the best thing we do is to buy beautiful cars and sell ourselves. But I want today young businesses, young and upcoming entrepreneur should desist from that kind of habit. If not, we'll not get anywhere.
When you listen to what this man is saying, this is somebody who's made it. He's rich. And as he said, his actual name is Daniel Macaulay. But wherever he goes, he's addressed by the name McDan. What is McDan? Like I said earlier, McDan is a business name. That's the name of his company. So it's more like, okay, I have my own name, but I have Radio Xposed that I'm actually projecting and building. That is my business. So what he's talking about here is that instead of me, like using myself an example, instead of me projecting my business, putting my business first and making sure my business is sustained and build a better foundation which my business will stand on, I instead put myself ahead, which is a mistake. And I actually agree with what he's saying. A lot of us today, the little money we make, we try to put ourselves there and show off. And we tend to forget the fact that, okay, this guy, he's already rich. What am I? That is why you can understand a lot of rich people actually keep themselves undercover. They don't really show their businesses. They don't show, or even though the businesses are out there, but they don't show, I'm the owner of this, I own this, I own this. They make the money before they start living rich. But as a startup business, you make small money and then you start to live lavishly. Because we are in the social media world. Everybody wants to post beautiful things on social media, especially on Instagram. You go on Instagram and you see people who don't have nothing. They only start small businesses and they try to put themselves out there like they're living the best of their life. Meanwhile, on the background, they don't have shit. You start, let's say, a 1,000 Ghana business, and you live or show off like as if you are living a life like, oh, you own billions. That's not how it's supposed to work. And that's exactly what he's talking about here. So what he's saying is we have to lay on the low. Put yourself on the background. Let your work speak for itself. When your work speaks, when you do a good job, when the work builds up and it gains enough standings, then you can actually come out with something. Oh, this is me. I own this. By the time People actually, so this is your company. You're running a beautiful company. Then you actually have people to invest or even support. But you don't just begin by spending the little money you make in the small scale business you are doing. In that case, you only become a hand to mouth. But on the background, we get to know this person is actually nothing. You don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, these are people who've made it. So when they speak, we have to listen. Like he's saying, McDan is not his name. McDan is the company name. But why is he addressed by it? Because the company is built. He said 15 years ago when he started his business, people thought it was a foreign business. Why? Because the company was building while he was on the background, even somewhere. He wasn't showing himself. This is what we need to be learning. The life we live now actually puts away people from us. Yes, we are in a new generation. We are in a new world where it is all about social media, internet, technology, and all that. So you try to put yourself out there just to, look fancy and all that. You make small money, you want to buy a car. Forgetting the fact that you have to feed the car just like you are feeding a baby. The work you are doing cannot sustain that. How are you going to, live that kind of life? So he is saying we should live on a low whilst we build our companies, the work. We have to build the work and let the work speak for us. You know what? When I was a little boy, I asked one man, is it beautiful to be married? And you know what he told me? He told me, you know what? Make time and have a lot of maize. When you have a lot of maize, you will have chicks, cocks, hens to eat it. If you understand what he's saying, he is telling me you shouldn't be thinking about all these kind of beautiful things now. The most important thing that you need to be focusing on is how to work and make money. When you have money, you can have everything. When you have a good job, when your work is built, people will even recognize you by the work. It's not just about you. You are living you are renting a house that your business cannot afford to pay. You will always be in debt. You will never have money as a backup. You will never have capital. Or even if you have the capital, your capital should be able to sustain your company to a level where you will actually grow more interest. But if you're always spending your interest, how can you invest in your company? You start a company now, you go and buy cars, you do this. No, you have to build the company first. Let me tell you, you see this guy, Kofi Adoma. Who knew Kofi Adoma until his Kofi TV got blown out? Kofi Adoma has built a brand for himself, even though he was on radio and all that. But I don't think the radio that he was doing gave him the exposure that the YouTube Kofi TV has given him, because he took time to build the brand. Build yourself, build the company, build a brand, and then when the brand is solidified, then we can know. Wherever Kofi Adoma goes, we know, Kofi TV is here, Kofi TV is here. Yes, that's what McDan is saying. He has built a brand, and the brand is speaking for him. Sarkodie did the same. Sarkodie didn't start living lavish life. When Sarkodie started as a rapper, we all saw him. His rap was good and entertaining. It was pleasant to rap lavish. So his work, Sarkodie's work, spoke for him back then. And then when he started making money from the work he did, then he was able to live a certain life, because he had built a brand. He had built a brand. Build a brand and live on that brand. Don't build yourself when you can't live on your brand. Don't put yourself ahead of your job. Put the job. That is what Kenneth Japon keeps saying. Work is everything. Work. Even when you are having sex and you hear about work that will give money, stop the sex and go and do the work. Because without the work, you are nothing. You can't have the sex. That's the point he's trying to make. And I actually second what he's saying. I love it. This is nice. This is a good advice. Build a brand, and then your brand will speak for you. That's the point. All right, guys, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever you drop a video, whenever I drop any video on the channel. And you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We have a lot of things that we put on there that you're gonna love too. Watch out for the new website coming, as I keep telling you about it. We're going to have podcasts over there. We're going to have a lot. There's going to be a shop over there where you can actually buy stuff that you want. And it has been the show once again. Peace. I'm out.